Hi, it's Katrina. From the first strategic places in Europe to the perfect tropical paradise, here are 10 of the most amazing islands in the world. Number 10. Hvar. Croatia's Hvar Island is the fourth largest of the country's islands and covers an area of around 182 square miles. The weather is glorious here, with up to 2,800 hours of sunshine each year, but just enough rain to ensure the vineyards and fields of lavender, rosemary, and sage carpet the island with color. The island is full of history too, having been an important port for trade along the Adriatic Sea. People have actually lived there since Neolithic times, and Faros, one of the oldest towns in Europe, was founded by the Greeks here in 384 BC. After a tumultuous past involving many rebellions and empires taking control over it and becoming a part of several empires that seized control of it, Hvar has been through a lot. It has always been a cultural center too, being home to one of the first public theaters in Europe. Now it's a popular tourist destination with countless hotels, bars, restaurants, and museums that you can go visit. You can see archaeological finds from the oldest town in Croatia and also discoveries from a Roman shipwreck. Then you can go hit the beach. Sounds great, right? Who's up for a trip with me? Number 9. Bali. Perhaps you've heard of it. I'm just kidding. Bali is the westernmost island of the Lesser Sunda island chain, a group of volcanic formations that are a part of Indonesia. Just the word Bali makes people think of paradise. With crystal clear waters, golden sands, and a wealth of culture, it's no surprise that Bali is the top tourist destination in Indonesia, with as much as 80% of the island's economy relying upon visitors. As well as being a stunning place, the waters around Bali are equally as impressive. It's in the so-called Coral Triangle, a place that covers 2.2 million square miles of water, has more than 500 different types of reef-building corals, and is the most biodiverse region of ocean in the world. No matter who you are, there's plenty to do in Bali, from restaurants and historical tours to nightclubs and endless rows of stores. It's undoubtedly one of the most amazing islands in the world, and a must-see place for those who love to travel. I've personally never been, but my cousin has been a few times. Have you ever visited Bali? Do you recommend it? Let us all know in the comments below. Number 8. St. Lucia. The Caribbean has so many different amazing islands, but St. Lucia is definitely one of the best, so I've heard, unfortunately not from personal experience. It has glorious beaches, just as you'd expect, but they aren't necessarily St. Lucia's most standout assets. The pitons, the twin volcanic peaks of the island, rise more than 2,200 feet from the ocean and look down across the beautiful landscape. With large forests full of palm trees, countless waterfalls, and a wealth of nature, the island is as close to paradise as you can get. Add this to the quaint fishing villages, the bustling coral reefs, the unforgettable nature trails, and even the healing hot springs, and no day is ever the same when you're on St. Lucia. The rich French heritage on the island makes it stand out from the others in the Caribbean, and its location means it's a hot but wet and fertile place. Interestingly, it's actually the only country in the world that's named after a historical woman. Apparently, it was given this name when French sailors were shipwrecked there one year on the day that they celebrate the feast day of St. Lucy of Syracuse. It switched often between French and British control, so people often called it St. Lucia the Helen of the West Indies. You know, like Helen of Troy. So you can make of that what you will. Number 7. Palawan. Palawan Island is often described as the Philippines' last frontier and is the 5th largest island in the country. It's on the border between the South China Sea and the Sulu Sea, and the majority of the land remains undeveloped. Covered by lush jungle, mountains, white sandy beaches, and abundant wildlife, it's no surprise that Palawan has regularly been named the most beautiful island in the world. It's home to 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The first is the Tubataha Reefs National Park, which is a marine and bird sanctuary that contains 2 large atolls and the Jessie Beasley Reef, which is one of the best places in the world to go diving. The other, the Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park, provides one of the most stunning canoe trips you can take anywhere on Earth. The topography of the island is also unusual, with large limestone formations rising from the central regions. 2 in particular, Ugong Rock and Karst Mountain Elephant Cave, are not to be missed. And now for number 6. But first, have you ever been to any of these islands? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you! Number 6. Capri. Located in the Tyrrhenian Sea to the south of Italy, Capri is one of the oldest resort destinations in the world, having been a popular retreat since Roman times. Sea stacks and cliffs rise from the gloriously azure waters, with colorful flowers growing as far as the eye can see. One of the most famous sights here is the Blue Grotto, a sea cave with perfect acoustics that lights up when the sun's rays beam in. There's a funicular railway to help reach the highest parts, and a chairlift that takes you to Monte Solaro for amazing views across the island. Ash-white limestone cliffs surround Capri, and having been so popular for such a long time, there are plenty of ruins to explore too. One place that's particularly popular are the remains of Emperor Tiberius's villa, which was built in 27 AD, and is said to have one of the greatest backdrops visible anywhere in the world. Fun fact, Tiberius was the adopted son of Augustus, and later on he became a tyrannical recluse. People used to gossip about what kinds of things he was doing in Capri. Number 5. Bora Bora. One of Tahiti's most famous islands, Bora Bora is an amazing island in the South Pacific Ocean. Known as the Jewel of the South Seas, the color of the waters here are unreal. The island is shaped like a giant sombrero, but despite its lush vegetation, it's the surrounding ocean that makes this place so special. It's surrounded by a large coral ring that protects the shoreline and acts as a shelter for a wide range of sea life. It's home to dolphins, rays, sharks, and endless species of colorful fish, and you're guaranteed to be surrounded by nature every time you dive into the water. Since the water is shallow, you can stay in an overwater bungalow to be closer to the sea, with an unparalleled view to wake up to each morning. Looking at the island, you'll see the green volcanic peak of Mount Otemanu rising from the center, a place that local legend says is where God descended to Earth on a rainbow. Number 4. Whitsunday Islands. The Whitsundays are a chain of 74 islands off the coast of Queensland in Australia. They are right in the center of the Great Barrier Reef and offer plenty of secluded beaches, friendly towns, and the chance to explore one of the largest areas of biodiversity in the world. You can take a seaplane or helicopter trip to see the huge natural structure from high up, or dive deep to see it up close. Around the islands are more than 1,600 different species of fish, along with rays, whales, octopuses, dolphins, and sharks. 70 of the islands are protected national parklands, so development is kept to a minimum, and they remain as natural as possible. Named by Captain Cook when he first set eyes upon the islands on Whitsunday, the Sunday that's 7 weeks after Easter. This was, though, before the international dateline was set, and it's now thought he actually first found the islands on Whit Monday. With so many things to do here and mainland Australia just a short trip away, the Whitsunday Islands are quite rightfully one of the most popular island chains in the world to visit, and a great launch pad to see the sights of the Great Barrier Reef. Number 3. Fiji. The Republic of Fiji is a series of more than 330 islands, which lie about 1,300 miles to the northeast of New Zealand. Formed around 150 million years ago by volcanic activity, the islands are still geothermically active and have a number of springs. The islands have been inhabited for more than 4,000 years and have retained their rich Austronesian, Melanesian, and Polynesian heritage. Fiji became a British colony in 1874 and finally regained its independence in 1970. Fiji is full of natural wonders, and the islands are simply stunning. With mountains, mangroves, rivers, and reefs, and wildlife like whales, dolphins, turtles, and parrots, it's as close to paradise as you can get. There are so many islands that you can even book one all to yourself. The Fijian people are also some of the friendliest you'll meet anywhere in the world, and they make every visitor feel welcome. There's a reason why this is a highly sought-after vacation destination and one of the most amazing islands in the world. Number 2. Koh Phi Phi. The Phi Phis are a chain of islands that lie between Phuket and the Straits of Malacca coast of Thailand. Koh Phi Phi is the name given to two of the islands, Phi Phi Don and Phi Phi Leh, which are very popular tourist destinations. The two islands couldn't be more different from each other. The largest, Phi Phi Don, has a party atmosphere with countless hotels, restaurants, clubs, and shops. If wild nights and days relaxing on the pristine beaches is your thing, then there's nowhere quite like this anywhere in the world. While it's often said that you'll either love or hate Phi Phi Don, it's not too far a journey to the second largest island in the group, Phi Phi Leh, for a completely different experience. Here, things have been left underdeveloped. There isn't even a single hotel. Surrounded by coral reefs, a whole host of marine wildlife, and perfect waters, it's only really accessible by daytime or sunset cruises, which only helps to add to the charm. Phi Phi Leh is also home to the most famous beautiful beach in the world, the one used in the movie The Beach that starred Leonardo DiCaprio. Currently, that beach itself is not accessible to the public to help preserve it, but there are plenty of similarly stunning beaches to explore. Number 1. The Cook Islands. The Cook Islands in the South Pacific Ocean are made up of 15 individual landmasses. They were first inhabited in the 6th century by a group of Polynesian people who had traveled there from nearby Tahiti and were first visited by Western explorers in the 16th century. They were a popular stop-off for whaling ships in the 19th century and became a British protectorate in 1888 in an attempt to stop the French from taking control. Now an independent state, there are plans to change their name to remove references to colonists and return to their Polynesian roots, while remaining closely aligned to New Zealand. As you'd expect from islands in the South Pacific, the Cook Islands are simply breathtaking. With crystal blue waters, white sandy beaches, and perfect weather all year round, they are often described as being what Hawaii was like 50 years ago. The 6 atolls are particular sites of interest. These have been formed by sunken volcanoes that have been topped by the growth of coral and are a popular tourist site. If relaxation, peace, and tranquility on a sunny island is what you're after, then there's simply no better place to go. This truly is one of the most amazing islands in the world. Thanks for watching. Let me know where you would like to go in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!